All right, welcome back. This is Captain Ross with Aids to Navigation, Part 2. So, in our U.S. marking system, the lateral system employs a simple arrangement of colors, numbers, shapes. So when we talk about this, we're going to mainly talk about red and green, and those are the colors that are used for lateral significance. So they're going to mark how we're going to use the channel and operate in the channel. Numbers, remember the red buoys or red beacons are always going to be even numbers, and the greens are always going to be odd numbers. If you can't see the color or the number, the shape, the red is going to be triangular shaped. Dayboards are beacons, and the buoys, when they don't have a light, they have we call them nuns, they have that cone shape on top. And the green are going to be square or can shaped. All right. So Ayala B, red, right, returning from sea. So the channel starts at sea. Remember the lower numbers. And when we're returning from sea, we're going to use the red on our right side. That also, when we're using the conventional direction of buoyage. So if I'm coming in from sea, red on the right side. Up river, red on the right side. When I'm using the ICW, remember that's primarily on the Atlantic, but I'm going to use red on my right side when I'm going south. So an aid in navigation is any device external to the vessel and intended to assist mariners to determine their position, determine a safe course, or to warn them of dangers or obstructions to navigation. And like we talked about, they can be identified by numbers. They also use letters and the shape of the beacon or buoy. A buoy is a floating aid to navigation, and they may be lighted or unlighted. And we're going to see an unlighted nun buoy, so it's conical shape, and it's got an even number. A beacon is any fixed aid to navigation located on a shore or marine site. Lighted beacons are just called lights. Unlighted beacons are called day beacons or day marks. A day mark is a daytime identifier of an aid to navigation presenting one of several colors, shapes, numerals, or letters. The shape may be square. Remember, that's the green side. Triangle. Red side. Rectangle. Diamond. Or octagon. Here's an unlighted red day mark. Just ignore the, is there anything wrong with this day mark? We're just worried about the color, which is red, the shape, which is a triangle, and the number, which is even. So here's the starboard lateral marks. So we call them starboard because we're starting the channel from sea, we're moving in. So these marks are going to be on our starboard side if we want to be in the channel. They're red, triangular or conical in shape, even numbers. And I'll put my cursor on here. You can see here's a small light, a lighted buoy, a nun, has no light on top, and a day mark, again, no light. Here's a large lighted red buoy. Here's a picture of a red day mark on a light. It says day mark. It's actually, we call it a light, remember? So this is a small light. It's got the three pilings, triangular, red, even numbered. The port lateral marks, green, square, or can, odd numbers. So we have a small light, a lighted buoy, a can. See how it kind of looks like a can there in the top? Not like the red ones that have that conical shape. And then square for the day mark there. Here's a picture of a unlit can. It's probably a private aid. They're usually more square can shaped than that. And here's a lighted green buoy. An unlighted or unlit green day mark. And then we'll finish part 2 here with this day mark, which is significant because it has a boat wrapped around the piling. So we definitely don't want to, we want to be on one side of that or the other. And if we're coming in from sea, remember we want to be to the right of that day mark or have that day mark pass down our port side. This concludes part 2 of our aids to navigation presentation.